Ooga fucking ooga cunts. Welcome back to another episode of CNN, the Cunt News Network. And tonight we've got some interesting stories going to be talking about. We've got moms who are baking very strange looking cookies. We've got stories about video stores, and we've got whatever Ren is actually going to be talking about. Tonight we also have Samaj with us and Zelblastia. Hopefully later on we might have...
Shut up, Brockus.
I hate you so much. You can go fucking die.
I'm Brockus. I like food.
Yeah, I do like food. Food is delicious. What the fuck? Acting like that's a bad thing. Anyways, so why don't we go ahead and start with one of your stories there, Ren?
Sure thing. Let me just tweet this out real quick. All right.
We got Beardy in the chat, by the way. Beardy, how you doing, man?
Hey, Beardy. All right. So do we want to start off with millennials who aren't saving for retirement because they think that capitalism won't be a thing by then? Or do we want to start off with the New York group that claims they have evidence that Bigfoot exists?
Well, let's talk about Bigfoot.
All right. North Carolina group.
A North Carolina group. Of course, it's going to be one of those states.
Yes. A North Carolina group has posted photos they claim to be evidence of Bigfoot, including footprints, bent branches from over the years. They also claim evidence of Bigfoot sightings in Pender County, the Wary Forest, and Lake Hickory, where apparently he's been spotted. And that's all their evidence is just... Here, I can share this. All their evidence is just photos. The same old Bigfoot photos we have seen 5,000,001 times.
The blurry ones that look like Samaj just strolling through a forest naked.
Not even that. Bent branches and the footprint thingies that we've seen over the years that not all the time, but has been proven a lot of the times to be out and out fakes.
Yeah,
right. So what's going on? So there's more footprints and stuff showing up, and so people are saying it's real again. And that's it.
That's pretty much it. Here's some other photos. A branch that's bent in half.
Yeah, because people can't do that.
The branch has been bent in half, guys. What could do such a thing?
Trees. Oh, look, another footprint thingy.
Oh, no.
And who hasn't seen these?
Oh, that proves it. Okay, I believe now.
Yeah.
That did it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
So they're going to the news saying Bigfoot's a thing. Yeah, it's a hobo.
I'm sort of surprised that some people keep trying. At the same time, I'm glad they're keeping the legend alive.
Well, what else are they gonna do?
Well, I mean, it's like you got to keep the stuff relevant for the kids. I mean, what are they supposed to believe in? Santa Claus? They'll give up on that soon enough.
Santa Claus is so 90s. Get that shit out of here. It's like when they had on American Dad, what was it? Super Satan?
Oh my God, the Super Satan. He rides a motorcycle and wears a leather jacket.
Oh,
you have
memory.
to increase the fucking levels. Like, next is going to be like Santa with a chainsaw, and he comes down your chimney with Bigfoot at your front door, and you got to lay out the cookies before they can pounce on you and rip you to shreds, and that's how you get your presents.
I foresee Santa Claus taking a chainsaw, getting down a tree, throwing it in through your living room window, and knocking out your tree that you bought before, because it's not good enough. It's never good enough for Santa. No. He's gonna give you the most epic, badass Christmas tree of all time, and he's gonna do it on top of the ashes of your old tree.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be metal as fuck.
I'm still of the mindset though of like anything that's like if you're suggesting that there's anything that's like Bigfoot, like how we know of Bigfoot, I'm still of the mind that like if that thing existed, it would have been discovered long ago. Let's get over it. Like it's that's that crazy a size of an animal. Like unless we're talking about hobbits with huge feet.
I like Memories comment in chat. Who said you could peek into my shoe closet?
Okay.
Random one. And then Beard Berry. Where's Beard Berry? It's coming. It's just me and my fur coat's drunk off my fucking rocker, trying to find somewhere to piss and pass out.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. If you've seen
Oh,
Beard
poor
Berrien's
guy.
videos, he spends a lot of time getting drunk and wandering every forest he can. So
Yes.
I'm pretty sure all these Bigfoot sightings are actually Beard Berrien drunk again
He
because
got
he's
lost.
searching for Schmeckel or some shit.
He got lost in the wrong country and just wanders back and forth.
I can even imagine him like even doing the sounds that like people have described, but it's just him not being able to get his zipper open, so he's getting frustrated, like "Rah!" Like old ladies are like, "What was that noise?" It's just Barbarian screaming, "I can't piss!" It was the most horrifying thing I ever heard.
Like every once in a while, you can hear Magog just laughing in the background. Dumb barbarian.
That could happen. That could happen.
That could.
Maybe these sightings are actually because of Magog. Like what we don't realize is that every single time Beard Berrien gets drunk or some shit, he just gets a lot larger and he's barefoot because he can't fucking fit any shoes on his goddamn gigantic feet, and he's just like, walking around drunk as usual. And Magog's just fucking with everybody this entire time.
Magog secretly started the Bigfoot legend just to cover Beard Berrien illegally crossing the border.
Yeah. Also
Makes
to
sense.
cover his tracks on the fact that he probably raped and killed the original Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Bro, guess what? That escalated
What?
so quickly.
Yeah, it went dark. Yeah, because it's Magog. Everything goes dark when Magog is
That was
involved.
very dark. That was very dark.
Oh. So what's this I hear about video stores, Brockus?
Oh, good God. This is okay. The opening, the headliner, caught my attention, but it was the opening line that made me have to just, what? North Pole branch of Blockbuster to close.
What?
I shit you not. A Blockbuster.
There's still one open?
There's still several open. Apparently, only 6 branches of the video rental chain will stay open in the U.S., including 4 in the most sparsely populated state, Alaska.
So, would you say that it's still a franchise, or do you think that they're all individually owned? And they just all have the name.
I think it's individually owned. I don't think Blockbuster is actually a legit franchise anymore.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's kind of going to be
Was
the
it
same.
ever a franchise? I thought it was straight up corporate.
It was a franchise. People would buy franchises to, quote unquote, have a blockbuster, but they run it as an individual business.
Mhm.
It's just most of the stores closed because, well, Netflix, Redbox,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other things kind of became a little more prevalent.
And we're about to see a similar thing with the Toys R Us. They're going to be some of them are going to be individually owned, but most of them are just going to. I think in America in particular, they're all going to shut down.
Well, yeah, because no one shops at Toys R Us. It was too fucking expensive.
Well, it wasn't that expensive. It's just that online shopping.
Grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I know, my dude. Oh, he feels
It's
the
going
pain.
away.
Yeah.
You made Zell cry. Thanks
Don't
so
worry,
much.
Zell. Don't worry, Zell. Amazon's still a thing. You could get all the toys you want off Amazon.
But it's not the same. You don't walk through an aisle with like colors and everything, get distracted and get transported back to being 12. You go on a website and you just click stuff and you get mad at the world. At Toys R Us, you can go in an aisle and you can be like, I want to kill my mom. Ooh, Legos.
What the no, why does it always have to go there? Why do you have to start with I want to kill my mom as that ooh Legos? Like, why does that happen?
It
Zell,
helps you escape.
Zell, if you really need an escape, the Lego store is still a thing.
Oh, I love the Lego store because, I mean, I've already doxed this part of myself. I work at Disneyland, so every now and then I'll go to the Lego store. I fucking love that thing. That place better not close.
The Lego store will stay open. You still have one last bastion of comfort.
I think Warner Brothers paid for like 18 different Lego movies. So
What?
oh yeah, because the first movie did so well, they thought, okay, we're gonna like buy a whole franchise of them. So
Well, 18 were not greenlit, I'm assuming, but are like in the process. Like
they said they ordered them similar to like ordering, let's say, like a commission off of me or something.
correct.
And,
Yeah, like they bought the rights for a certain period of time
Yeah.
so that they can. Yeah.
There's already 2 Lego movies out, Lego and
Yeah.
Lego Ninjago, the movie.
Yeah.
So
No. There's 3.
there's 3?
Lego
Yeah,
Batman.
there's. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, the Lego
one.
Batman movie.
And I forgot about the Ninjago one, and I think the next one, isn't it Marvel? Aren't they going to do a Marvel?
No, they're not going to do a Marvel one because Warner Brothers is DC and they don't want to promote Marvel.
Yeah. But there's a lot of other toy lines for Lego. They can probably pick and choose millions of them.
Well, the thing is with Lego, because they can get away with some things. That's why you're able to get away with the Star Wars thing, is because Lego has franchise. It's kind of like a giant advertisement is how they tend to look at it. And they have this, the Lego movie is essentially a big ad for toys. And so as such, you can advertise for Marvel or Star Wars related stuff. That's how the Millennium Falcon and Han Solo and all that, that's how they were able to be in the Lego movie. But they can only be on for a set amount of time. Because when you
Bionicle.
Oh, that's right. They are doing the Bionicle movie too.
Oh, that could be cool.
They've done straight to video ones, but I think I heard murmur of like an actual. Did they make money on the Ninjago movie? It didn't do too well.
It didn't do too well.
They also did made-for-TV Star Wars movies.
Yeah, there's a made-for-TV Lego special for everything you could think of, from Scooby-Doo to Star Wars to.
Was there a Scooby-Doo one?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Scooby-Doo one.
There is. My kids have watched it 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Fucking A. All right.
Wait, was it a Netflix one?
No, it was straight. It's part of the Scooby-Doo line of movies. It's just a Lego-style Scooby-Doo movie.
Okay. That's
fucking
neat.
A. I didn't know that.
I pray they don't make a Lego Ghostbusters movie. I don't know.
It might be better than 2016.
No, they'll never get those actors back. And to me, it's just like Ghostbusters is just one of those things where it's like, unless you have somebody who really understands the heart of what made that thing tick, leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that unless you actually give the original cast exactly what they wanted.
I know I'm not going to get anything I want from Hollywood for like the next 10 years at least.
Forever.
It's going to be all bad.
For literally the rest of our lives.
For literally the rest of our lives. Yeah, I'm being nice. It's just never going to be good.
And as for sales for Lego Ninjago, it didn't do great in theaters, but it's doing a lot better when it comes to the DVD sales. Just because, because Lego Ninjago was a TV series before it became a movie. So there was a fan base of kids who watched the whole TV series that now can have the movie.
You know what's going to be weird? In about another, maybe 5 to 10 years or so, there'll be a whole slew of like Lego movies or other kind of movies, and we're gonna have no clue on what it's based off of. And it's because it's gonna be nostalgia for the new kids, the new generation. I'm like, there'll be like a gritty Dora the Explorer or something like that, and I'll be like,
gritty Dora the Explorer.
Oh yeah.
Swiper, no swiping. He's like sitting in a hospital bed, and he's like, "I have cancer, Dora. No swiping."
No,
I need help. Look, Swiper the fox is trying to. The last thing he's trying to swipe is our tax money. Kill him. Dora.
No, it's gonna be Dora the Explorer hunting down who her boyfriend's cheating on her with.
Jesus Christ.
I absolutely dread the idea of a Thomas the Tank Engine greedy reboot series of movies. How fucked up would that be?
It'd be with Keanu Reeves, and he'd have to go super fast because there's a bomb on the train.
Whoa, we can't stop.
It's like
we have to keep this train above 5 miles an hour. Whoa.
I can imagine seeing the mayor on the train going, "Oh no, Thomas! There's another train on the other side of the track. It's coming right for us."
I don't know why, but I pictured the Powerpuff Girl mayor. Powerpuff Girls.
I think I'd probably hunt down whoever did the Powerpuff Girl Lego movie and just kill them.
Lego movie.
Like if they did a fucking Lego movie with Powerpuff Girls.
Didn't they already ruin Powerpuff Girls with a recent reboot? We can move on to move on to actually to some really bad cartoon reboots that have been happening. Not all of them, but there's been really bad attempts recently.
Have you guys heard that Animaniacs is getting a Netflix reboot?
Oh man, there's that fan base you do not want to fuck with, man. They need to do that right.
Yeah.
There's slight hope because it's Netflix.
Well, I think
hope.
Well, and the rumor is that like all the actors signed on to come back, and they're going to do hand drawn animated, and Steven Spielberg is going to produce again. So I'm like, if they can do it right, okay, all right, I'm willing to give it a shot. But you're right, if they fuck this up, there will be hell to pay.
Oh yeah, if they fuck it up, there's an army of '90s kids going, "What the fuck did you do with our cartoon?"
Well, I mean, there's already rage on the horizon. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for the new Reboot series on Netflix, the one based on the CG cartoon, the '90s Reboot.
I did not see that.
They're rebooting Reboot, or is it continuing the story and
No, they're
acknowledging the prior ones?
Rebooting it. They're
rebooting the show called Reboot.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's coming out soon.
Yeah, it's going to come out on the 29th. The trailer is out already, and people already hate it.
Well,
oh god.
From what Igor described it as, because I never watched Reboot, he did, and he said that the current CGI work that they did for this series looks worse than it did in the 90s. So they made CGI that would look shitty even by 90s standards.
Okay, so I just got sent an article, guys.
Yeah.
Dora the Explorer live-action movie gets summer release.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
Yeah, it's a thing. The animated Dora the Explorer television series. Let's see, Platinum Dunes. The people that's the people that did the recent failure of they tried to reboot or bring back the Jason series. Platinum Dunes has a first look deal with Paramount. Stoller's writing credits include Get Him to the Greek, Neighbors, the Muppet movie reboots, animated films Storks, and Captain Underpants. Let's see. It's supposed to be summer 2019, guys. So we are going to get our gritty reboot. We're going to get Swiper dying from ball cancer. He was swiping too much. We're going to get her Dora's going to explore for 2 hours and then run into a wall and be like, I can't climb the wall, poor Kay, and then have to go back to her shitty country. That's the movie, guys.
I swear to God, I didn't know. I didn't know. I just
You fucking asshole, Samaj. You had to pop this up.
Is this real?
No,
yeah,
this was
real.
Yeah, this one was a parody.
This is a parody. Okay, I was about to say. Then I might watch the Dora thing, because as much as I hate Dora, if they turn it into a gritty like Lara Croft Tomb Raider thing, okay, let's go.
This is one step away from actually having more Dora the Explorer pornos done on her.
Oh Christ!
You know that is inevitable.
Brockus.
What?
Of course, it would be you to go there.
Well, every time, dude. They came out with a new Pokemon movie, and what happened? Pokemon porn parody after Pokemon porn parody.
I don't want to know what's on your hard drive, dude. I never want to know what's on your hard drive.
Brockus, Zell, I only know this, and you can blame race in the chat for this.
Oh, Christ.
But there is a Rugrats parody porn.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to know.
I do. I'm curious.
What the fuck? This is what we were just talking about. Don't make it sound like you're not gonna look this shit up. Then
no,
if the Dora one happens, you're gonna look it up.
I'm curious. I gotta look up. This has got to be 20 years later kind of fucking storyline.
If the FBI is listening to this, I have nothing to do with this.
It is them as adults, but it's Angelica and Tommy getting it on.
Oh no!
Oh, that's wrong. No. You gotta have
Tommy. It was Angelica and Chucky. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Phil and Chucky got to double team Angelica. That's how I would see that going.
No.
Again, blame race. He told me about this and made me watch on Bad Prawn Comedy Hour.
Yeah, Race. So what you're saying is that Race made this?
No, Race found it. He does a live stream called Bad
So
Prawn
what you're
Comedy
saying
Hour,
is
and
that
he
Race
watched part of it.
funded all this and created everything that had to do with it?
Yes, he did.
Thank you.
Blame Race.
That's
His fault.
okay. That's where I was getting to. Just in case the FBI's listening, Race did all of this. Brockus likes it. There, I have nothing to do with it.
This megabyte makes me sad.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Reboot. It was something I fucking loved, and this just makes me all kind of sad.
What I don't like is that they're rebooting Reboot, and that's just not cool.
It's it's a thing.
Can we play the trailer?
No, that'll get us striked.
What is that? Is that Reboot?
This is it's going to be live action and CG.
No, it's not
the kids
to be live action.
The kids go into the computer. They're high schoolers. They're the guardians.
Oh, are they gonna turn it into like half teenage drama, half like Tron?
I believe
they're gonna CW the fuck out of this.
They're gonna CW the fuck out of this, but it's also from the trailer. It sounds like it's basically Power Rangers on the internet.
Oh Christ! So VR Troopers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
It's VR Troopers.
We are VR.
Or what was that fucking series?
You know, I fucking auditioned for a VR Trooper episode when I was young. I never got to audition for fucking Power Rangers, but I went into Saban Studios once.
Nice.
So
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Oh no! What's the one? That sounds terrible, by the way. No, what's the one that's like it's like Beverly Hills Kids with Attitude something 90210.
Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
Was that it? The one where they go in the computers?
Yeah, that's Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad and VR Troopers. There were 3 Sentai shows that came out with the popularity of fucking Kamen Rider and Power Rangers.
Hey, I was like 8 or 9 years old, and like you could have like convinced me that anything was good on TV, and I watched like 10 minutes of that show when it first premiered, like the first episode, because everyone was on a Power Rangers kick, and I watched like the first 10 minutes of that, and I was like, "This is bad.
This is bad."
Please don't remind me about Power Rangers.
What's up?
Please don't remind me about Power Rangers.
Why?
My son had a thing where all he watched for about 6 months was every single episode of every single series of Power Rangers.
Oh,
dude, I grew to hate the series.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, I obsessed over Power Rangers for years.
Obsessed? Like past tense? Really? This guy still knows everything about Power Rangers.
I wouldn't say everything, just a lot.
A lot of stuff. We did want to go to one of those conventions. I still would like to do that. I used to dig Power Rangers. I mean, it's gay as shit now, but I used to dig it.
Did you guys? This is probably a stupid question. Did you guys ever watch that gritty Power / Rangers short film that was on YouTube?
Yes, that thing was amazing. With,
I know
Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that thing was awesome. That's why I got excited for the movie, because I thought they were going to go for that. I didn't hate the movie. I actually thought it had a little bit of brilliance to it. That last third act, though, it was a mess. It was a fucking mess. But those first 2 acts, I was pretty surprised. But I still would love to see that as like the short film as like a feature-length movie. That shit was badass, dude.
It was a very good movie, very high budget, great actors. And I know someone was dissecting the short film and everything that they were saying and all the stuff that was going on. They're actually going season by season, and how they performed it and everything, and all the references to the Robot Army and like shit. They actually got everything pretty darn accurate. It's just jam packed with Easter eggs. Mm-hmm. And I thought what was funny is that they interviewed the guy who like was fitting the bill and was producing all this. The guy.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the theatrical movie or the short film?
The short film.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I'm talking about the short film. I saw the theatrical movie recently, and I was underwhelmed. But the short
Yeah,
film,
don't get your hopes too high for the theatrical release, but you know, I mean, it could have been worse. That's my feeling on it. Is that there was some great stuff in there.
yeah, you could tell they were working with a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what were you saying though about the creator?
I was going to say that the creator, he made this short film, and he meant it to be like a joke. He didn't expect anyone to take it seriously, but the fans took it super serious, and they loved every moment of it. And he's like, okay, all right, I tried to be funny, but apparently his humor doesn't quite work in short film format.
Yeah, and then he almost financially get in trouble with Saban. They were really upset with him. And
Yeah,
he's
they
like,
tried.
and he's like, I don't give a fuck. And that wasn't the first time he's done that with an IP, an existing property. He's done little short films like that for certain things where he's like, here's my take on this world. And then he just so happened to have Power Rangers come up next. I don't know if he was a fan or not, but
Off and on, he wasn't a huge fan. He just sort of thought it was a campy kind of show. One of the things he also did, he has a series of Judge Dredd animated short films. I think there was like 6 episodes. They only last for about like 2 to 3 minutes each.
really, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, no. If you go on his channel, he's got a couple of those. He also did. I think it was called Laundry Day, when he got the last actor who played the Punisher, and from not the first
Oh my
Punisher movie.
God, I've seen that short. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, that was an amazing short.
And that was another one of his. Same thing. So he just does this stuff because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rumor was the next one he was going to work on was going to be a Captain Planet, but then he ended up getting hired by Netflix to do a Castlevania series. So if you saw Castlevania on Netflix, that's one of his as well.
Castlevania wasn't bad.
It was good.
The anime is his?
Yep, that was his.
Wow.
So, I mean,
The second season better be fucking longer.
yeah, well, they only had so much money, and Netflix had no faith in the series.
Yeah,
so
so they wanted to test it out.
They wanted to test it out, and then the hate came in. There's like, how come it's only fucking 4 episodes?
We want more. I will give that. I need more of that. That was a good setup.
Yeah.
I heard mixed to good things about that show. It
can't drag in places, but the action is very well done.
I heard that as far as respecting the story, that they did a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, they respect the story. I will say it drags in a few places here and there, to where it's like, okay, it's just we want a little more action. Because when there are action scenes, the action scenes are actually really well animated.
And it was all animated by Americans too, which was the other thing that surprised a lot of people because they thought this is pure anime. Nah, it was American. But you're right. It was.
That's a good question too. Is like, can't Americans also produce anime? Anime is a style that not just Japanese people can do, right? It came from Japan. You're obviously heavily influenced by Japan when you're copying, I guess you could say, their style, but you're still producing anime, right? Even if you're American.
Yeah.
In Japan, the concept of anime is just means animation.
Yeah.
I mean, if they see our cartoons, they call that anime as well. That's just how their language works.
We just know what we're talking about when we say anime. It's just a colloquialism for Americans.
It has a different terminology for us than it has for them. For us, when we think of anime, we think of certain animations. We think gritty. We think R-rated. We think sexual, and then we think just zany and crazy.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. It also comes down to like there's a few good documentaries on YouTube that actually break down exactly what we do mean when we say anime, even though we don't realize it. And it has everything to do from like their ADR methods are different. I believe they don't do their ADR first. They do their ADR later, which is very un-American, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like other things too, like the Japanese. At first it started with like what's Astro Boy. It started anime started very early on as being like a cheap answer to American cartoons, and so that's why if you notice with most anime, the frame rate can seem a little low, And at first that started because of budgetary reasons, but it actually delivers a pretty cool effect to the eye. And so with anime, most anime, unless an action sequence is engaged, you'll notice that there's less care about the amount of frames. It's very low on the frame rate. That's one aspect. But there's tons of like things you can get into about. I'm no fucking artist, but Brockus might know a little more about it. You might know a little more about it, Shamaj, but it's pretty cool.
One of the other things about anime I always loved the history of was Speed Racer, because they didn't know how to dub that. They thought every time the lips were moving, you have to talk in sequence, and then they would talk super fast.
I love anime. Aha, Samaj.
Okay, but looking at what Samaj is actually showing me, I've had this really weird question for a long time in my head, and I never really get to talk about it.
Don't ask it.
Do you think the Japanese kind of wish they were white Europeans?
No.
I don't know. Given the amount of animes I've watched where the setting is like an English boarding school, or it's set in like Germany or things like that, with some of them, I think there might be that.
No, yeah. I think we're talking in generalities. I just think in general is what you mean. And in general, I would say, no, what you experience most of the time from anime is the fetishizing or romanticizing of different cultures, which you can find in American cartoons. We do that all the time. And it's not necessarily like, God, I wish I was white and had bigger eyes. You know, it's not that. It's
I don't know about that.
It's a lot of inspiration from other cultures. But I mean, like 90% of the anime I watch, it's still not even just Japan. It's fucking Tokyo all the goddamn time.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though, is that there's a lot more very heavy Japanese anime out there. There's a lot more topics where they will have something to the effects of like it's taking place in some rural area of Japan, or it'll take place in Tokyo, or it's in Kyoshi, wherever the hell it is. But then there are so many heavy elements of Western culture, of like the characters are eating a cheeseburger. For fuck's sake, The Devil is a Part-Timer takes place in Japan, but almost the entire theme and rhythm of that show is so European that it's ridiculous. For fuck's sake, the guy's a part-timer in a goddamn McDonald's. We know what it really is.
I think though I think you're digging into it a little too far and like pulling out something that I don't think.
I'm making a joke and you're taking it seriously.
Oh, I thought it was a good discussion. I don't know why it's a joke. It's a good discussion.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Why was that a joke?
Because I find it fucking hilarious.
I don't understand why that was a joke, because like you can talk about how like through anime, do you think that there's aspirations for wanting to be like what they seem to convey all the time? I mean, I guess good joke, buddy, but we'll still talk about it.
No. Well, here's the thing. A lot of anime...
Now you just made things weird. Swiper swiping and dying again.
Yeah, I'm going to swipe the fuck out of this and get cancer. No, the thing is that a lot of animators from Japan, a lot of mangaka have all said essentially the same thing when it comes to a lot of their very Western style anime and manga. And it's that they find the culture fascinating. You know, the heavy armor... Knights of the Round Table kind of concept, which is why Fate has so many characters like designed around that particular culture. They loved, even though it didn't do very well, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, and Outlaw Star are three of the most popular anime here in America. And it's because of how heavy they are with the Western culture. And the animators knew that they probably wouldn't do very well in Japan when they first came out and everything. But they did it anyways because they wanted to actually do stories like that, because some of their favorite stories were like bounty hunter stories from America or some shit like that, whatever the case was. And they were very heavily influenced by Western culture to do stuff like that, which ironically... Sure, now Cowboy Bebop is one of those anime that even people in Japan say like it was actually a really good anime for its time. It was definitely ahead of its time. And
well, then you look at video games and look at westernized video games, and look at how many components of those evoke the the Japanese mindset towards video games. Look at how much like look at the homage that's present in so many Western video games, and I'm sure, and I enjoy those games, and I love Japanese games for the most part, and I still don't wish to be Japanese, but I love their culture so much. Like,
that's a lie. You want to be a Japanese. Don't lie to
I
us.
wouldn't want to be Japanese, but I'd love to live there.
Yeah, and Joshua, I agree with you in chat. I actually really like Hellsing as an anime. That's one of those animes I love.
It's so good.
But I think the reason another reason underlying to why they have so many Western fantasy style animes out there is because they know now there is the Western market. It's not just the market that they have in Japan. They know, well, if we make this setting in like Attack on Titan, if we make this setting in Germany and when it's these Titans and they go all out for it, then they can turn around and they have more than one market to sell it to, which means
That's a good point too.
More than one revenue source.
That's a good point too. I don't think the I don't know, it's kind of difficult, but like I don't think the creators for the most part, like if any of you, because I know you guys are like artistically inclined, I'm not. I can draw stick figures and that's fucking it, man. But I know if any of you, especially Brockus, like were creating your own story, whether it was a show or a comic or whatever, you wouldn't come at it from that angle. You wouldn't start with like, I need the biggest appeal, so let me make my world after this country. You're just going to go there naturally, and it's just a plus that it is going to be able to appeal to a wider market. I think not all the time. I'm sure there's plenty of shows where they start first with marketing and you can kind of feel it and it feels a little lame. But then there's shows like Attack on Titan where you feel like that's just what he wanted.
Well, I'm not saying
all. Do you see my point?
I see your point. I'm not saying all of them.
I wasn't saying.
I'm saying there's a
good
chunk.
I was just making that point.
There's a good chunk where they start off with, I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to remember the name of the school or name of the anime, but the whole point was kids learning to ride dragons, and it was this whole fantasy setting. Yeah. And the setting happened to be a British school. Now, I'm sure that's what they had in mind when they were thinking of this fantasy magical knights and knights on dragons sort of setting. But the fact that it happened to feature heavily in that kind of culture meant, they did now suddenly have another market they could sell this to. So it just kind of coincidentally worked out.
There you go. That's a pretty good point. I think that's probably how most of the time it happens is the creation, like it's made most of the time, like everything's pretty much intended by the creator. Once they have what they're going to do wrapped up in a nice little bubble, then the marketing team can look at it and go, now how do we market this and what is the marketability, stuff like that. There's those cheap shows and those cheap, not even budget wise, but just like cheap animes where they feel like they're put into a marketing machine and we all know what they are and they happen. But what I love about anime so much is like for every one bad anime you can find like 5 amazing ones that feel genuine from the heart, if that makes any sense. It's still one of those mediums where it doesn't feel yet, at least, like ruined to a degree.
Okay, shut up, Zell. We actually got a bit of information from the Cunt stream from Schmeckel himself. I think he wanted us to acknowledge this. Satsu 2 Cents got engaged today.
Who?
Oh my God, you suck so much. Satsu 2 Cents.
Oh, I'm supposed to know who this person is. I'm so fucking sorry.
Yes.
Congrats.
Satsu replaced Some Dumb American with the Lords of Night with Ranting Monkey and Scribe Light recently.
What the fuck are these? I don't know. Okay, congrats.
I hate you so much.
I'm glad you're not gonna fuck anyone else.
But yeah, congratulations, Satsu, for your lady actually saying yes. And there's a picture of Satsu. he really does look like his freaking avatar. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I want this news if the person said no. That's some good news.
I actually want that too. Just one time, I would like to see. She said no.
It happens more often than you think, but no one's wants to share that.
No one wants to share that they got turned down.
Zell does all the fucking time.
I like how I feel the like disappointment in Ren's voice. She's like, "Come on, that's so fucking negative.
That's so depressing." No.
I'll screen share.
Depressing.
I'll screen share that. I'll screen share them in a bit. You might recognize the avatar. But I did want to say before I get off this topic of Castlevania, the biggest complaint people had of the Castlevania anime is that out of all the walls and destruction that occurred in the show, there wasn't a single case of chicken coming out of it. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's a staple in the game. Wherever you destroy
no one refilled
walls,
their health?
No one refilled their health. No chicken came out of there.
When I smack a candle, I expect a goddamn chicken bone.
Exactly. So that was a factor. That was
Never mind.
insane.
Worst anime ever made. Worst adaptation. It fucked up. Reboot.
Yeah. Wow.
You have weird standards for anime.
Yeah, I have good standards. You don't make your candles turn into chicken. I got an issue.
Yay! Congratulations, Satsu. And that sucks, Trippy Poop. I never understood what's the obsession with like the ring being like, I have to have this really expensive ring. My engagement ring turned my finger green. It really didn't matter to me what the ring was.
Was it kelp?
No, it was one of those fake gold bands that just happened to turn my finger green.
Yeah.
Well,
enough.
and some people have allergies to certain types of metals.
It was copper.
Oh, okay. Well, we have allergies in my family, so I mean, it has to be gold.
All right, so that's like someone who does stuff with Ranting Monkey. Is that the thing?
He does anti-SJW videos. He does streams with people. He's one of the antis that's been around for a while.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, I know this guy. I've known him for years. This guy.
Good for him for finding the right person.
Hey, you know what? Good for him. He's not gay. And that's what's important.
That's your congratulations.
You go to hell if you're gay. We all know you burn for eternity if you're gay. It's good for him, man.
You're turning this beautiful moment type thing into a really disturbing joke, and I don't even know where to go with it.
I don't know either.
That's a delete.
Article.
We could.
I think we got to another article.
Yeah, we kind of like went off the beaten path there, and we started talking about anime.
Yeah, that's true. Ren, you had a few stories for you on your hands, so let's go ahead and go with another one of yours.
All right. Some millennials aren't saving for retirement because they don't think capitalism will exist by then.
Those millennials need to get their fucking shit together.
Yeah, they're right. That's true. That's a good idea, right, Brockus?
No, it's a terrible idea.
You mean I should have been saving?
Yeah, you should have been saving.
But Swiper don't swipe no more.
It comes back to the Swiper jokes.
Yes, it does. Let's see. CNN reported last week that 66% of millennials aged 21 to 32, and if you're in your 30s, you're not a millennial, because I've got to hold on to that, have nothing saved for retirement. And while their writer chalks it up to these inequity, to student loans, stagnant wages, and high unemployment, there may yet be a deeper cause. Many millennials honestly don't see a future for our economic system. So
we gotta fire our professors, man. I mean, this is bad when you don't at least have most of these kids coming out at the very least with a nuanced take on the economy. They always just come out and they're just don't sell burgers, it's evil. It's like, what are you talking about? Who's telling you this shit?
Yeah, it's going to be a very harsh reality for a lot of these millennials. As much as we tried to fight back against all this, there's not much we could really have done. It is what it is. And so now they're going to go through all this, and they're going to have all this debt. And yeah, you're right. They're not going to have anything saved up. On top of all that, they're probably all going to be single and lonely, and no kids, no prospects.
Like they are already. Let's be honest. These are the same fucking kids that have been single and lonely for a while. It's the feminists all over again. Basically, like, I hate that everything has to come back to this shit, but it's the feminist fucking argument.
You sound like Mundane Matt with Gamergate. Calm down.
I hate it. I fucking hate it, dude, because I have to actually point out these fucking bullshit millennials who actually think the capitalism is gonna fall, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and they want socialism, they want communism. They don't fucking understand, and they're most likely just a bunch of pissed off kids who are probably making like $9 an hour flipping a goddamn burger, and they're just like, this is an injustice. I don't fucking like this at all, and they don't understand how the fucking system works. So they go and bitch and bitch and bitch online until finally fucking people start to give in and say, yeah, okay, we'll give you $15 an hour, bitch. I've been making fucking $12.50 an hour at a warehouse. You calm your fucking burger flipping ass down.
Then they go back to their university, and this is the real issue. I think they go back to their university, and every mentor they encounter reinforces and nurtures these ideas, these complaints.
Yeah,
and that's the issue I think we're running into. Like, we need something to happen with these universities, man, to introduce some kind of nuance. I'm not saying make it right wing or left wing. I'm saying, Jesus Christ, can we get to some good old civics and Socratic method? Can we do a little bit of that? And then just let them figure it out on their own.
That's what I want.
I think this, despite how you think of, let's say, Sargon in his current iteration, I think that his previous petition of trying to get these classes suspended was probably in the right direction, just so they can be assessed and determine whether or not they would be good. Obviously, nothing came of it, but I mean, I think it was a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Also, when did people who actually were children in the 90s? When did we get grouped in with the millennials? What happened to Gen Y? That bugs the shit out of me. It's I'm not a millennial. I am not. Unlike the younger ones, when they're talking about the early 2000s when they were kids, I remember the 90s.
You know what what that is, right? It's we came from the generation, those of us who were born in the early 80s, not necessarily from 80 to 83, but 84 to 86. We were the generation that unfortunately did not become adults until after the year 2000, which was considered the new millennium. So we were lumped in with all of these fucking millennials because of the fact that we were not official adults until after the millennium had hit. So that's one of the reasons why we got lumped in. The other reason is a bunch of fucking assholes who were in our age range pretty much were just sitting there bitching along with the fucking 15-year-olds that they probably wanted to bang and say yeah, we need a better system.
This is why I
look
say
out for them allies.
This is why it's hashtag bring back Gen Y. We need our own generation that's separate from them, because this is the retardation you're talking about.
I don't care about separating the generations. What's that gonna? I don't care. I just
wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this retardation.
Okay.
I think a system with universal basic income is inevitable. If we're going to survive the automation of jobs as a society, we need to shift our understanding and expectations to a world where not everyone has to have a job.
Oh my God, no.
I think universal income is a good starting point for a nice discussion, but it sounds like this person again doesn't seem to have any nuance on the subject.
Another person, a political consultant, said, "I don't think the world can sustain capitalism for another decade. It's socialism or bust. We literally have to start resource wars that will kill us all if we don't accept that the free market will absolutely destroy us within our lifetime if we don't start fighting its hegemony."
You know what's funny about that is Lo-Fi actually comes from a socialist country. She comes from Denmark, and she just bullshits with me online so often saying socialism is the only way. And I just know that while she's typing it out, inside her head, she's going, yeah, well, aside from thank you,
She's probably going like, I fucking wish that my country was actually more capitalist because I could probably make a lot of money by doing some things that I'm actually talented. Like, she draws dicks really well. I think she draws them better than Samaj sometimes.
Oh, probably. You guys saw my last dick pic.
Yes, I did. Big veiny bastard. But like Lo-Fi is one of those people that comes from a socialist country that actually will sit there and say like, no, I mean, if it's done correctly, it's nice, but realistically capitalism is where it's at. And like Prince of Dew, same fucking thing. She's in South America. She consistently fights people on this subject from South America. She escaped Venezuela, where horrible shit was happening, and went to Argentina.
Yeah.
Kind of, might want to take somebody's word for it on what's better, capitalism or socialism, when someone comes from a country that has socialism implicated into their government and is eating its own.
Yeah, we don't want to. You don't want to be like heading towards socialism. You want to be heading away from it. And heading away from it, the answer to that is capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like even people that are proponents for capitalism, don't forget your nuance, man, because capitalism, it's not the bee's knees. It's just the answer to getting away from socialism, which is what we need. But we still got a lot of fucking issues that we got to resolve and talk about, and it's okay to talk about those things.
Yeah,
it's okay to talk about how many people in America, because of capitalism. And it is a an effect of capitalism. How many people we have in America who are born and don't have a fucking shot to play in the game. They don't have a fucking chance in hell to play in the game. That's an issue. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
But to say that the answer is to like, let's go back to old systems. No, we're getting better. We still need to get better. We still need to help things. But Jesus Christ, just divvying up all the rich fuckers and trying to level things out, shit don't work.
So we got a super chat with no words from Jordan Carey. It's 20 NZs.
I think that's NZ. I think that's New Zealand or what?
I don't know.
I think
it's here New Zealand. I'm pretty sure it's New Zealand money. It's that Hobbit cash.
And we need a moan Samaj.
Exactly. Oh.
Thank you, Jordan. That was very sweet.
Yeah, but yeah, the best part of this whole article is just the quotes from people like, capitalism might still exist in 2050, but I don't expect people will be happy about it. If capitalism is replaced by then, my economic model is one where all basic necessities are abundant and free. Everyone works a few hours a week at necessary chores of society, like garbage collection and machine maintenance. Then the rest of our lives free to pursue whatever projects, they be art, leisure, or industry that they desire.
I'm not sure how much free time they're going to have when they're standing in the bread line.
Can we have a Mr. LM002 in chat says, I hope Mr. LM that you're being facetious or a little trolly, but says, if we continue to have a capitalist society without extreme regulation of business in every country, we'll use up the finite amount of resources in the ground, and then most of the world will die. Buddy, we ain't running out of resources. You ain't got to worry about that shit. We know about that. We ain't running out of shit, bud.
And let's
calm the fuck down.
Well, and let's go on the hypothetical that we
got too much resources.
Yeah, let's go on there the hypothetical that we could potentially run out of resources. You know what would be a fun little future potential if we start mining resources on the moon?
Yeah,
that sounds like get all the cheese. It's made out of cheese, right, Brockus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally made out of cheese there. And the best part is that last quote was by a guy who owns a small business.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I tend to think sometimes because the moon has, I think we've used up most of our discovered areas of helium, like natural helium. And we hear that the moon has an abundance of helium. And I tend to imagine, like, if we set up workers and miners, and then they come back to Earth, and they all sound like, "Hey guys, I missed you." You're thinking you're from the moon. You know who the moon men are? Fucking high pitched, opal sounding people.
How do we know that's not Opal's real job?
Oh shit, she's from the moon. That explains all the Sailor Moon stuff I see on our channel. God damn.
Does that explain all the like the voice because all the helium?
Yeah. She's naturally got all that helium breath.
She's 90% helium.
She's 90% helium. That's why her voice is the way it is.
Oh my god. Fucking moon person. What are they called? Moonies? Ah, fuck.
Moonanites.
Moonanites. We've been infiltrated by aliens, guys. God damn it. She said she was from Mexico. She said she was on the other side of the wall. We just didn't know which side. Fucking space wall.
Yeah. No. We just wrong. We assumed the wrong wall. We assumed the Mexican border. We didn't assume the space wall.
Yeah, Fistable said there. Opal's a moon Mexican. Yeah. I can get behind that.
And Jacob, for the last time, please stop mentioning that. People will write it.
Right.
What? He keeps complaining, like, I'm glad there's no fanfic of me and Opal. Don't complain. Zell and Brockus are the same thing. And tomorrow I'm recording the thing with Brockus and Zell and their love story. Someone will make it happen.
Oh yeah, and Brandon, it's okay if you want to lash me live for not getting that voice work to you.
Dude,
I feel bad.
I'll just have Igor do the gayest voice he can to say your line. That's fine.
That's fair enough. If I can't get it to you, then just make sure he does the gayest fucking thing ever.
Okay.
Is Brockus dead? Did we lose Brockus? Is he dead?
No, people came home, so he's muted.
Okay.
So when he gets back, he can read his other article.
What's up?
When he gets back, he can read his other article. Because I know he has one more.
Oh, I didn't know he had one. Do you have anything else on the docket, Ren? That was pretty fucked up. Okay, go ahead.
I have one. Does anyone remember the Animorph series?
Yes.
Books?
Yeah.
Apparently, some people who are trans are now claiming that was a book series for them because apparently, according to this article, Tobias was totally trans. Of the 6 main characters in the series, it was an era when having an ensemble cast of multicultural teens seemed to be the golden ticket for Scholastic. Tobias was the dreamboat orphan, the one whose eyes were mostly described as sad and hair as tousled. And apparently they're claiming that character was trans.
Wait, are they saying like this character's trans because they turn into an animal, or are they saying this character's trans and turns into an animal?
Why not both?
I know, that's what I'm wondering.
Because they like to fucking do shit like that. They like to take ideas.
Well, what does it say, Ren? How does it specify?
This is their evidence. In the 3rd book, Tobias attempted a red-tailed hawk form of suicide, flying at speeding bullet hawk dive speed, first into a brick wall, then towards a glass skylight. Only the intervention of a few friends kept him from killing himself, ruining the body in which he found himself trapped. They're saying because the character tried to kill themselves and...
I'm just not seeing, like, Rin, I'm not seeing the dots getting connected in my mind. I mean, maybe I'm having trouble with this.
That's the point, though.
I think that's the point. They're trying to claim it's one of the earliest book series, partially because they transformed into animals, and partially because one of the characters tried killing themselves.
See, that's where I thought they were going with it, is they were trying to say the Animorph series is a metaphor for the feeling of transitioning and feeling like another gender or something like that. And then it sounded like they were saying, no, Tobias is trans and can turn into an animal. So I'm just lost. I'm like, which one is it, and do I care?
I don't care, but the last paragraph is the best.
Oh, no.
This tonal darkness explains why Animorphs, more than any other text with transfiguration plot device, captured my generation of proto-trans readers. Plenty of Harry Potter fans, for example, might point out that the Polyjuice potion contains some dramatic possibilities for hypothetical trans Hogwarts attendees.
No.
You got too many words. You don't get to keep making words up. You got proto now? Stop it. How about this? You're either gay, weird, or straight. We're just going with that. That's it. Those are my words.
Yeah. Or that metamorphide who can change their appearance at will might be hereditarily non-binary.
Oh
But
my
Animorphs,
fucking God.
But Animorphs isn't set within an epic struggle of good versus evil. Instead, the teenage protagonists discover that they're in a guerrilla war, a battle in which their closest family members and confidants might turn out to be the enemy.
Why do they do this? Like, I can deal with the shippers who like to take fictional characters that they're fans of and they decide to put them into a relationship and that's, that's their OTP. That's fine. I can deal with that. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
I think
Rocket
it's sometimes really retarded and stuff. That's, we've been shipped. But, like, I can deal with that. That's fine. What I can't fucking stand are these goddamn little whiny fucking kids who sit there and they try to take liberties off of something just because something wasn't blatantly fucking said. Oh, well, here's my
I know
theory.
what you're saying right now. Brockus.
What?
The feeling that you're getting, all I gotta do is say one show, and it's exactly what you're talking about.
What show?
Legend of Korra.
Fucking
Yes, rant, fool, rant.
So everybody is actually aware that there was that series, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it's really popular and it was really good. It's actually a really good fucking show. It's fantastic. Well, they never did book 4, which was actually book 4 Air, because they didn't need to. Obviously, Aang was a fucking airbender, so why would they need to do book 4 Air? Because he was already a master of airbending. And so they actually continued the story with a one-shot fucking season called Book 1 Air, where Korra is actually trying to become an airbender. She's already mastered by the age of 16 water, earth, and fire. Cool, awesome, amazing. The show got worse from there. It was so popular, it was slated for a second season. Then it was slated for 2 more fucking seasons. The third, by the way, never aired on television. You can only watch that online. I'm not even kidding about that. And it was the worst fucking thing I had ever watched. I actually liked it at first because I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was really cool. But the more I thought about it, the more it was pointed out to me, these are horrible fucking characters and these are actually shit characters to begin with. I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this show is terrible. And what pissed me off more than anything was that they decided from fucking season 1, they decided to inevitably give us the Korra-Asami relationship. And I'm like, oh yeah, Korra and Asami in a gay relationship. Ha ha ha. That would be so funny. And then they really did it. And they told me, they had the audacity to fucking tell me that you just have to take your hetero lenses off and watch it again. And I'm like, bitch, I was looking for all the gay shit. There wasn't anything gay about it. There was no hint that it was gay. It was 2 really good female friends hanging out with each other, going on crazy ass adventures. Not once did they try to cunt punch one another or even try to fucking make out. But no, in that last few fucking seconds of the goddamn final season of the final fucking episode and all that shit, now that we got fucking Korra and Asami lovingly looking back at each other and holding their hands, and they said, oh yeah, they've been in love this entire time. Fuck you, you fucking loser ass bitches. Oh my God, you can suck my goddamn fucking cock. Fucking hate that show.
I'm gonna give Brockus a heart attack. I'm gonna give Brockus a heart attack.
I'm pretty sure I already had
Sup, bitches?
Hey, Kadon.
Ooga fucking ooga cunts, and welcome to the Kadun stream. This is your favorite one, Kadun.
And we just lost
Fuck
40
you,
viewers.
Brockus. Fuck you, Brockus. Fuck you. You just couldn't read between the lines of that awesome relationship, just like, blah, blah, I don't fucking know. You're ranting and raving like normal, you fucking triggered bitch.
Yeah, because it triggered me. I'm pretty sure I died of a heart attack like 3 years ago. My body just doesn't really care anymore.
Yes, my body doesn't care anymore. My name is Brockus.
Yeah.
Wow, you came in here like being a real negative Nancy. What's up?
Yes.
What's crawled up your skirt, lady?
Nothing. I was freezing my ass off all weekend. Oh, here's some fucking fun ass news for you guys. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Here's Kadun's Corner with Kadun's really shitty news about nothing in particular. And
Oh my God,
the
I
news
think
is
she's drunk. Okay,
I was
good night,
out there.
guys. We'll see you next week.
on his hammer.
Rockets, didn't you have another article?
I actually did have another article, and
I don't care about
fucking
your
interesting
article.
one.
I'm a little tipsy though, so it doesn't matter.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just listen to this one. Mom bakes 1-year-old cookie one's cookies for her son's first birthday, and they look like this. Mind you, the pictures they're showing are actually, the number one cookie cutter. And then you actually look at the pictures. I'm going to go ahead and screen share this because you guys need to experience this yourselves.
Okay.
They all look like dicks. They all look like penises with the weirdest shaped balls.
Little babies.
I hate to say
Little
it.
babies.
Did that mom have something else on her mind when she was making the cookies?
What was it supposed to be?
I don't know. They were supposed to be number ones. That's what this was. Look, this is the number one. That's what this is supposed to be. But these were the results. It's a bunch of
What
dicks.
a fucking dumb bitch.
Oh my
Someone's
god.
dick is number one.
How do you bake that many
And
dicks?
not
How many dicks does it take to make in an oven till you finally go, I'm making dicks? I'm making dicks, honey. There's like 80 of them. I'm now realizing this. You're getting dicks for your little Girl Scout party, okay?
This right here is the equivalent of like 2 trays worth of cocks being fucking baked. This is over here.
and then
Another
she
2 trays worth.
roasted them.
She kept going. She
I-
just kept going. She
I think-
wanted more dicks.
Look, I think she kept going. She kept trying to make it work. It just didn't happen. I imagine her husband came home and she's just sort of in tears, and he's like, "Well, what's going on, honey?" She's like, "I keep making dicks."
No. I know exactly what's happened. She was probably so busy making all the birthday stuff. She finished frosting the cookies and they were laying out. And the husband went, honey, did you look at the cookies? Yeah, aren't they cute? They're number ones.
Oh my god. Look,
They're totally number ones.
this only makes me laugh more because I'm a fan of Bat Dad. It's Jen didn't see it. Jen! You made a bunch of dicks when you were supposed to make the number one.
I was right. The wife didn't see it. The husband was the one who went, I'm putting this on Twitter, dear. You made dicks for the cookies for the kid.
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
She gave me a defiant, no, they look like ones. No, they don't. That's, how does that look? This one right here, this shiny bitch right here is the dickest looking dick I've ever dicking seen.
With some of the sprinkles she put on there, it almost looks like some of them are ribbed.
It's just
Oh,
so
God.
fucking bad. It's just so goddamn bad. Like,
Oh.
They're dicks. She made dicks, and she just kept telling herself she didn't because she didn't want to see it.
I can't believe that for a second that she didn't realize what they looked like. Maybe she thought like it's cute and the kids won't understand. I don't know, but you can't. It takes the first one, right? You bake the first batch, and then you pull it out and you go, that's 40 penises, and then you stop.
Happy birthday, Billy.
oh no, Billy needs to go and sit in the corner until mommy makes this right.
No, what you should have done is just get
Hello
a
there,
whole
little girl. Why don't you have some cookies?
you just get a round tube of cookie dough, you cut it in circles, and then you just put a 1 in frosting on it. Then you're good.
You know who would love those cookies?
Me.
No.
I want cookies.
Well, I mean, you want cookies, but those cookies specifically, the penis cookies.
I want dick cookies.
Oh,
She's the Georgia O'Keeffe of cookies.
apparently
You know,
so.
I mean, on the one side, I mean, these are just cookies. This is just a happy little mistake. It happens.
It's happy, all right, Samaj.
You know what? At least it's not like a big mistake, like making an inappropriate toy.
They're
That
definitely not
probably
big, Samaj.
Does anyone
Is
remember-
that what I think it is?
Does anyone remember the Tarzan toy that came out that almost looked like Tarzan was jacking off?
No.
No.
It was a thing with
Two-finger
Tarzan.
squirter.
Oh my
Boss,
God.
no!
Or was it the vibrating broomstick that throwing Harry Potter?
Those those
Oh,
toys blow my
yeah.
mind because they had to go through so many designs. Like, did no one at any point was like, "Sir, that's what I do to my wife."
No, it's but you got to realize
We're making a
these were
toy.
probably designed by Amos Yee and Destiny.
Oh yeah, that one too. Where's the straw?
Wait, did you see the Spider-Man balloon?
Oh yeah.
I remember pregnant Barbie.
Oh, pregnant Barbie.
Is that a wait? Is that
That was a
a
toy.
blow-up doll of Superman?
Oh,
Go up. Is
Hey, look,
No!
Brockett,
Okay.
it's for you.
No!
no, it's fine. Goku wins. Goku wins. I don't care anymore. Goku fucking wins.
And his
I'm gonna-
mouth is open.
I'm gonna beat you up so bad.
We're gonna
Take
fight,
this and
and then I'm
this.
gonna do naughty things to you.
Oh.
No, that's
Oh.
fine. I don't want to
The
fight.
worst toy I ever saw, and someone actually showed it makes a lot of top 10 lists for bad kids' toys, was there was a little kid's stripper set for playtime.
I saw that.
Complete
That's fucking.
Video, outfit, and pole.
Someone actually made the super slut set from South Park.
Yes, it was a real toy.
That's a devil wand. That's a
Um,
wand specifically for Liz Reptile.
Oh God.
I finally found something that'll be stuffed into all three of my holes at once.
Raucus, I'm sober tonight. Can we not?
I'm
Wait,
not.
why
Keep
not?
going.
Oh my god.
That's not Batman. That's Batman. That made me mad. I'm sorry. That hurt me. Visually, it hurt me. I had to.
Zoe, did you? This was when the Superman movie came out, the new reboot. Did you ever see the Batman utility belt?
I'm looking away from the screen, Rin. What is the? Show me the goddamn belt. Does it have dicks on it or some shit? It's dicks, right?
It's a Superman It's a Superman utility belt.
All right.
Fisher Price made a bar for kids. Oh my god, that's terrible.
Well,
No,
I want one. I want it for the kids.
Actually,
I do kind of want that. I do kind of want that.
I-
This
I-
is too much, Billy. You gotta go home. No
I
more
hate
grape
to-
juice for you. Don't tell me what to do, Timmy. I'm gonna go home and
Zach,
fuck my
shut up.
wife.
Samaj is talking.
I hate to burst your bubble. This is actually fake, but a lot of people on the internet thought it was real, and they sent Fisher Price angry letters like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
That one's actually
Which is-
like pretty tame. That one's pretty funny though.
Oh God.
Oh, elephant the elephant. Watch him blow. No. That's not good.
And there you go, Zell. It was a thing.
What?
Oh
Why
my
would I?
fucking god! It's a Superman utility belt
That's Punisher.
Oh
No,
no,
Luke Ryan.
it's in the side chat.
on Ren's screen.
Oh, okay.
That Punisher though, man. That
Yeah.
There it is. Superman needs those things, guys. He has to have a cell phone. And what's the other things? It's like a
Other cell phones.
thermometer, and then the other one's like it carries grapes or something. I don't know.
But
Oh my
back to this
God.
Punisher.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what he's planning on doing to Kingpin.
A lot of things.
Horrible things.
I don't know.
Oh
I mean,
yeah. It was a baby's first baby. Is also a disturbing toy. It's a baby doll that gets pregnant and has a little baby inside of it.
Why?
All right,
No.
come on, guys. Come on. You guys knew what you were doing with that. They knew. That's an Amos Yee product. That's not.
That is an
that's not
Amos Yee product. Come on, buddy. There's nothing wrong with that. That there. Come on.
cool. It's consensual.
Why
I
is it
think it's
called
supposed to be like
buddy?
a towel. That's supposed to be like a towel rack or something, but it just came out wrong.
Okay, that one, whoever put in that fucking bag like that, they did that on purpose
I can't
They
see
did it
what's on the
intentionally
bottom there.
because they're bored out of their fucking minds. It's a bunch of cats.
Oh, cats, rabbits. dinosaurs. This
Oh yeah,
was
that's very funny.
this was done by, I think this was set by creationists, because you have
Of
dinosaurs with
course.
animal. Well, I mean,
Of course.
of course.
Baby's first baby.
Baby's first baby.
I'm very
Hey,
confused
you gotta get the
by
babies
that.
having
It's
babies
a-
real
No.
quick.
This toy, you pop the stomach off the baby doll, and you put in another baby inside, so it's a pregnant baby.
I'm pretty
Has
sure
she had her
Destiny bought
blood?
10 of these.
Has she had her blood, Ren?
You need to stop with that.
If she has had her blood,
I hate you so much when you do that.
hey, it's like legal to
Samaj.
have her blood, right?
There were a pair of scissors you need to go over to because
No, the noose. The noose.
scissors. Why? Why? I have so many questions.
I have
So many questions.
What?
Great jacket, though. I needed that as a child.
Oh my god, yes you did. You need one now, but you know.
I did.
Wait, is this a real thing or is this fake? Because if this
That
is
looks
real,
fake.
That's probably
it's
fake.
probably fake, but
It's real.
it's gotta be real because I'm sorry, there's a lot of parents probably going, where can we buy the straight jackets?
Yeah, Timmy, just go play in the corner for a while. Pretend you're seeing fish and killing clowns.
Oh god, I've seen
There we go.
news.
It's got sparkles and everything. What the fuck?
My little pony
So you can
will
die
make you kill
happy.
yourself.
You know,
The Dora the Explorer thing's the best though.
wait, hold on a second. What's it? Oh,
Okay,
Wow.
that's just kick ass.
That's just kind of like morbidly cute.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want one.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually is something I would probably highly recommend Schmeckle get for his daughter.
put
She's
your
like,
kid.
Actually
Put your kid in
adorable.
like a little devil costume and have him ride around with that. Oh,
Oh, it'd be so cute.
Halloween
Oh.
would be epic.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, that is something I think Thorn would absolutely love to give to their kid if she was not disgusted by kids.
Okay.
But the Dora
Alright.
thing's above there. It's the bubble thing. It looks like
Oh,
Dora's
okay.
in a dick.
There's a Spider-Man knife. There's a Spider-Man knife. Why is there a Spider-Man? Oh, that's not right at all.
Jamie,
Ah,
squeeze
That's not
leg.
what I saw, but that's
What?
not
That's what he
good.
does. He's
That's
a,
no, that's
he's,
not.
he's a kid. He's
Together.
a teenager. He does it all the time.
Whipping
Whipping
web.
web.
How do you think he gets
Chuck.
his webbing?
Whipping web chuck. Ah,
Okay,
Yeah.
you gotta squeeze the legs.
Zell, you need to change your name to Whippin' Wet Chuck.
What do you think he gets the webs from?
Oh,
Oh my god.
It's
There.
okay. Just learn to like it, Brockers.
No.
No!
What?
What is that?
Super
don't talk-
gay.
we don't
Spider-Man
talk about
knife, right there.
Oh
For the
my-
love of God, it's a knife, and
It's
a
spider knife.
themed.
No, I
That's a
want
spider
it.
cock knife.
Can I have
It's
it?
terrible.
Give
It
me
is so
one.
bad.
That's
want
that's
one.
bad.
Kids
That
are
just
gonna
looks like
stab each
It
other
looks
with
like a
that.
Spider-Man banana.
It
What's
looks like it would. What?
What's the Pikachu thing?
Why?
It's
Don, did you design that?
And he's having fun doing it. Whatever he's doing.
just
Stop
it's
having
obviously
fun.
a she.
I think
That's
I swear to
obviously
God,
Is that where you enter?
this is something.
Yes, I think it's a bounce house.
I think this is something Little Miss Anonymous and Cadunt would have collectively just but like, hey, let's design something, give it to Japan, and see if they'll actually go with it. And then 2 weeks later, they find out they did, and they're just like, "Oh my god!"
Japan. Oh, Japan.
You know
Wait,
what?
In the same collection, is that a big Santa chocolate?
I was about to say. I think this year came from China, or was it designed by a woman?
I think that one specifically was just really that was a big fuck up. Someone
was a
fucked
Relax
up.
the throat, ladies.
But it said anal on there.
Holy Christ on a stick!
Why
Wow.
is that?
Why?
The fuck am I looking at?
Something to fucking traumatize children with.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, my first boob job.
That was
the
so
Batman
weird it
gun!
had to be
Go to the Batman gun! You have to. What the
No!
No way! No fucking way!
No!
Oh my god!
And look, Batman even looks in pain too.
Right?
Oh god.
Batman even looks in pain when you're doing it. Oh my god, the Pikachu thing, you do enter there.
Don't press my pee-pee, kids,
You-
or I'll throw up.
That is where you enter.
Enter the Pika.
And they look so happy. Stop looking happy, at least. Stop enjoying kids going in your foo-foo. Stop it.
Oh my god. I think this is why the millennials think that capitalism will not exist in 20 years. I think this whole this goddamn search is just terrible. Is that a dick? Is that a dick for Play-Doh? That's a little bit synonymous, for the love of God.
This actually wasn't going around the internet, and they recalled it after too many people made the internet said, "Hey, it looks like a dick." Look,
It looks like a dick.
You mean after too many adult women bought one?
that could be.
Is it bad though for an adult party? I would almost rent that Pikachu. It's like, no, the party goes inside Pikachu. Come on, get in. As an adult, I'd go, yeah, I want to borrow. I want to do that.
Oh, yeah, I'd get that. That looks like a good toy.
Sour gummies.
Yeah, that looks like good candy.
This explains Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
This actually does. That's the saddest
Is that
part.
Yeah.
Hulk with the dick?
That candy comes with STDs.
Oh,
Why is there a little girl holding it?
Why does she look mad? She looks mad at him like, not now, Hulk, later. Not in front of parents. Why would you do this now? Hulk can't control it.
Hulk has a hard on. Okay.
Hulk, go fuck goat now. No, Hulk.
God damn it, I was in the middle of drinking soda.
I
Hulk
definitely
friend
got
Amos
here at
Hughes.
the right time.
Speaking of inappropriate superhero stuff,
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh god damn it! Of course,
Yeah.
of
Blow
course.
I don't know. I'd blow it. I love Wolverine.
You would.
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, what wouldn't you blow?
oh,
Give me a while.
slightly inappropriate. What do you think?
Oh,
I know, guys, do you want to know the story behind this toy? This
Go
was
for it.
made in China, but it was made after 9/11.
oh my god!
This wasn't even a pre 9/11 toy. China made this afterwards.
They watched the news and thought, "Hey, everybody, I have a good idea for a new toy."
Here's a new
Remember how
toy.
Americans got fucked? We make toy out of it.
We make you buy.
Oh yeah, the breast, the doll. I remember this when I was a kid. The doll where it comes with fake boobs, so you could breastfeed as a young girl.
Was that,
and
is
try-
that, is that
Poop.
poop?
Was
Is
that
that
a
poop?
Play-Doh poop.
yeah?
Play-Doh poop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume this is fake.
That's
Yeah.
gotta be fake.
Poop dough.
Play-Doh. Well, it wouldn't be made by Play-Doh.
Oh, this is just awesome.
Oh yeah, this is an actual slide you can rent for children.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Fuck
see, can you
yeah.
imagine the most inappropriate party for kids? Have this and the Pikachu thing you have to enter,
No,
and then go, look at this. It's
Dude,
fun for kids.
I would totally go up there and just try and see if I could get onto the top so I could be like, I'm king of the world.
I'd be screaming at my kid, Billy, you're not screaming enough. You're supposed to be dying on the way down.
Me and four of
Dad, I
my
just
friends,
wanna
and
have
we're all
fun.
playing instruments.
I just want to have fun, Dad.
Oh, no, I want one.
This is so
I want
awesome.
the
That is pretty
Pikachu
cool.
one, as disturbing as it is. I want the Pikachu one.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I
You
wanna
also want those gummy dicks.
I want those
Oh
gummy
please!
bears.
If I want gummy dicks, there's this website where you could actually send someone a bag of dicks, and it comes in gummies.
No,
Oh,
wait,
I want a
actually,
bag
you
of
know what?
dicks.
Due to the relevancy of gummy dicks and all that, somebody needs to send that to Little Miss Anonymous as well. Because
Send
she
her a
likes
bag of
chewing on
dicks.
cum. Yeah, send her not only a bag of dicks, but a bag of dicks that she can chew on.
There you go. Or little cummies.
Cummies, yeah.
Gross.
That was good.
Oh, here's the Spider-Man balloon. I knew
Yeah.
it was
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, blows
Princess
back
Leia
at
doll.
you.
Why is that inappropriate for kids? That Princess Leia slave girl doll's got to be worth a lot of money now.
It actually probably is.
What's
It's not-
what's wrong with it?
It's proportionally inaccurate.
Yeah, she needs more boobs, but I mean, come on.
That's what's wrong with it. I'm against that.
Why is there
Yeah.
a butthole screaming? Why? Why did you click on it?
You asked. Why
It's
is
so
that?
angry. How does it eat?
I don't want to know.
Is that a Hitler doll?
Huh? What? Where?
That's an Adolf
Oh,
Hitler
girl.
doll? Oh my god.
That is a Hitler doll.
Essen ist scheißen, ja.
Oh, I gotta
When
click
you
this.
squeeze it, it starts doing one of his rants.
Super cock. They're not even hiding it.
No, they're not. It's a cock robot.
Oh man, that thing was cool.
I get one of those. That just looks cool.
You'd keep it in packaging too. Just with
Maybe.
I would.
that's the Dora thing.
There we go. Dora's dead.
What does that look like?
Looks like Dora drowned. Swiper's
It
gonna
looks like a
swipe shit
dick.
now.
Dora is drowning inside of a penis.
Dora, you explored too much.
Hold on.
AW has a really good question. Why are we looking at any of this?
Because we were looking at an article that had a woman
We don't
who
have
thought
shit
she was
planned.
making
We're
number
just doing shit.
ones, but they look like dicks. And then Samaj brought up inappropriate toys, and we started
Oh
watching.
no! Oh no! Don't do it to Minnie Mouse.
Wait, are you guys talking
My
about?
waifu.
Are you guys talking about the one? Hello, horsey. But are you guys talking about the one where the woman had made the gender whatever the penises for little kids who wanted to be boys? Yeah, no, not the cookies. The fake penises, and she was in trouble for it. Remember that?
Yeah, we actually covered that a couple
Oh god, the
weeks ago.
Donald Duck ride! I remember seeing pictures of that, and it was always
Why
like
is there a little 3-year-old farting?
Oh yeah, that too. He's raising Simba up and lowering. If you ever see videos of that toy, it's hilarious to watch because it raises up and down and up and down, and it looks like it's doing raise Simba.
No, don't fuck the baby.
Rafiki does not know the way.
You make one malevolent, right? Or make a BDSM toy. But not for kids, you sick fuck.
That looks like if Schmeckel decided he wanted to become a robot.
But am I the only one who wants Fisher Price to make? Oh yeah, this one.
That's inappropriate.
It's for kids, and kids slide out of the penis.
No!
No.
You can't come out of the pee-pee hole like that. You're a kid. Don't do that.
Now you know where babies come from.
Wow. Thanks, Internet.
That's the Tarzan toy I was talking about.
The one that jerks off.
He makes the noise like he's like when he's flying on the tree branches. Only it's as he's jacking off.
Okay.
Oh. Hey.
Is
Why
that
you killed a penguin?
It's a narwhal
that-
killing a penguin.
It looks
That
like
is
it looks
narwhal
like it really
killing a
regrets
penguin.
killing it too. It looks very sad.
What? Okay, I get. All right, this is the
The
nature
narwhal kills
in
a-
action.
it could
Narwhal
kill a
kills a koala.
I was
And
gonna
a
ask,
seal.
like, why is there a koala? The fuck is there a koala?
That was
dude?
actually the question. Why is there a koala? The other two, they're Arctic. Yes, that's okay. Fair enough. Koala? Explain.
China.
Because
what's
fuck
the cookies?
koalas.
Goddamn China. That's all I gotta say.
Fuck 'em.
Oh god, I remember that Barbie when there was a problem with it. The
You
Oreo
click on
Barbie.
that Santa pic. You click on that Santa pic right next to those eggs, you son of a bitch. Oh my fucking god. There's so much wrong happening right now.
That's not a Christmas toy. That is
That's
an
a
adult.
decoration.
That's an adult ornament for
That's
people with
no,
good humor.
that's an adult ornament that someone who's inviting their mother-in-law they don't like over, and they sneak it in with the other Christmas ornaments to see
He's
if
giving the
it's
look.
noticed.
Santa's
feel
giving
like-
the look like he got caught by the kid.
I feel like that's what you get. That's what you get at Spencer's just to piss off like your in-laws.
Yes.
Like the kid came down to check on the cookies and milk, and then Santa's like, "Whoa,
Uh-oh.
Oh, you got me.
This is turned into a really twisted ass CNN.
You should click on the
episode, I
breast
guess.
milking baby doll thing. That's
Would
the
you like
weirdest
to
toy
join,
I've ever
Billy?
heard of.
Breast
Breast
milking
milking.
baby.
This is
Breast milking
an actual
baby.
product.
Oh,
That little bra thing
oh.
little girls put on, and you practice breastfeeding as you're, because that's what you want to do as a little kid.
Oh,
You
I
wanna
thought it was that the
practice-
baby. I thought it was that the baby was made of breast milk.
No,
Okay.
no. It's a little bra
Okay.
thing you put on, and then little girls can practice breastfeeding.
That's so
Okay.
creepy.
Because that's
All right.
necessary.
Any father that gets that for their daughter is going to jail. Like that's a trick. That's a trick item. You buy that, and then the FBI just goes to Toys R Us.
Schmeckel, you better cancel that order right fucking now, I swear to God.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this too. Because I didn't know where to put the Breaking Bad toys, so it was in the toy section. It's like, I'm not buying this for my kids. I'll buy it for myself, but this isn't for kids.
Here's a toy for Timmy and a toy for Daddy. Because I don't want Timmy to learn what meth is just yet.
Yeah. Well, it was my favorite was when I was a kid. The South Park toys ended up in the toy aisle, and my dad was like, "You can pick that toy. South Park's for me. You do
Okay.
not watch South Park."
I
Well,
have
that's
questions
obviously
about
fake.
this
But
now.
that's
Here.
awesome.
I totally get
That-
that from my kid.
That is the most awesome Super Soaker ever.
That's fake, but I want it.
I know.
actually had that exact model Super Soaker when I was.
With the shanking thing?
Liars.
I
No,
want the thing with the shanking thing.
No,
What's
it
the-
didn't have the shanking thing. It's just that's what they added it on to. That model of Super Soaker.
Mhm.
They put the shanking thing in the I guess you could say legs on it and stuff like that, so it could stand up on its own.
Oh yeah.
God damn it,
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
What were they thinking?
The only way
Krusty
it could be
Krab
worse.
pizza is
The only way it could
pizza
be-
for you
yeah.
and me.
The only way it could be worse is if you had the comedian who voiced SpongeBob behind it making the noise just for shits and giggles.
There's so much wrong with
Yeah, it's
everything.
SpongeBob. We're about to do stuff that you can't tell your parents.
Oh
Yay.
shit! Look at that! It's the old fucking
Oh,
Ghostbusters
that's
set.
awesome.
Those toys were the shit.
That's fucking cool,
I
man.
used to own that.
That's
Me
gotta be
too.
worth some change.
But why would that be bad?
Well,
I don't know,
technically they were weird, but they were awesome.
I think they're banned because they want that movie to just disappear entirely. Because it's like, no, you have to love the new Ghostbusters, none of the old stuff.
My First Tattoo Gun. Can that one come with the My First Bar from Fisher Price?
I have more questions now. My first tattoo gun? Why?
So
Because
Simone,
You have. That's for the parent who has very realistic goals for their kid. It's like, I've seen your grades. You're not going anywhere. Here, practice being a bartender or a tattoo artist. We know you can do that when you grow up.
oh god, the asshole. There it is again.
Yeah.
Samaj, do you want to change topics now?
We probably should.
Yeah, actually, who else brought a article in here? I forget if Ren, did you have 2 or 3?
She already read her 3, I think.
Technically, I have a backup one, but it's just they're complaining about. Bring it up here again. The science of satire and lies. Watching Colbert can fight can never say this right. Right-wing brain rot.
Oh god,
Okay.
It's this
that
them.
just sounds cringy.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
They're saying there's a science behind watching like Stephen Colbert, and that it can actually stop people from being right-wing. I don't see how, because Stephen Colbert is not exactly good when he's not doing the Colbert Report, but
Well, here's the
He's
thing.
alright.
It's some of the satire he does. Like, apparently a lot of right wingers were taking it seriously.
oh yes,
And
Well, no, he's
they're,
also
and they're
like-
like, oh yeah, no, we totally agree, and
al-
blah blah blah.
He's also extremely left. Let's not make any mistake about that. Like he's extremely left. And if you did watch stuff like Stephen Colbert every night, yeah, it would probably do a pretty good job of like shaping your politics into like more of a left leaning side of things. But that article is kind of creepy because it's kind of suggesting like that's what you need to do, get indoctrinated by the other side. And it's like, oh god,
Yeah.
again, nuance is out the window.
Well, of
See,
course it's out the window.
So basically, this
Colbert-
is their way of blue pilling.
I guess. I mean, the Colbert Report, when it was the Colbert Report instead of the Late Show, I didn't mind it because it was a lot of word salad, a lot of jargon, and that was part of the humor of the show.
Yeah.
And you end up listening to it, and you have to mentally translate it as they go around. But at least then it had an air of cleverness to it. And that's what I liked about that particular show, because I actually thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, what the fuck did he just say? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Okay,
I liked Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and then Colbert Report. After Jon Stewart left, and after Colbert Report was done, like no one's been able to carry the torch since. Everyone's just been super fucking cringy. They got that one black dude on there now. What's his
Trevor
name?
Noah.
Trevor Noah was not good.
That guy is like, if I've ever seen anybody be a dick licking fucking megaphone for the left, like that's him. Like he spouts every piece of rhetoric you could ever come across when it comes to like university professors. It's just fucking boring.
Yeah. In this whole article, it's basically, this is all to show that there is now proof that mainstreaming of lies in the Trump era is indeed rotting our brains. It was first thought that one way to prevent the spread of false information would be to flag it by a third-party fact-checking. But studies cited above showed that effort did not sufficiently help. And that's where comedians come in. Thus far, there have been no studies that have compared cognitive processing of satire with the cognitive processing of falsehood, but there is significant research to show it may well be true that the best cognitive defense against Trump-era falsehoods is satirical comedy. It's all basically fuck Trump.
Oh yeah, that's all it is now. Like the moment, like anytime I turn on, or anytime I've seen Comedy Central playing on the TV, like 90% of the time it's like, doesn't Trump suck? And it's like, that's all you guys got, man. That's your ammo. Trump sucks, and legalize every drug on earth. That's their jokes.
Well, they're trying to claim that those who consume sarcasm are smarter, more creative, and better at reading context. I don't know quite if that's true.
See,
what if you use sarcasm to rebut that statement?
Look, they may have had a point if Stephen Colbert was still on the Colbert Report and Jon Stewart was still on the Daily Show. Maybe I could believe that, because those guys at least tried. Trevor Noah, on the other hand, he doesn't really try. He's not funny. No one likes him. And last time I heard, the Daily Show's like viewing is at an all-time low. No one's watching them.
Yeah, and chat brings up a good point of that train wreck Samantha Bee.
Oh God!
Who watches Samantha Bee? She's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I did one time, and he almost fucking died for it.
Oh, well, then you also had what's his face, the black guy who was the other black guy who used to be on all the time, and he got his own show, and that lasted a season?
Oliver
No, because Oliver still has a show on HBO. I'm talking about it was the black guy. He was also on Comedy Central.
Yeah, he was one of Jon Stewart's buddies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember who the fuck it is.
I think like Stephen Colbert, he does the Late Show now, and I think he just gave up because every single episode is like, oh, let's make fun of Trump.
He's loaded. He's set. He doesn't care. He'll be a talking piece for anything now.
Yeah, he's just so out of touch, and nah. But there again, these people don't care anymore, like you said, and it's hurting them because the numbers are going down. But also, it's not like it really matters. These guys are on TV. No one's watching TV anymore. No, and that unfortunately, that's going to be their excuse to say, "Oh, well, it's in the new age," and we're not actually a style. It's just, TV can't keep up with the new media.
Yeah,
And
well,
it
that's because TV keeps telling its audience what to think. It's not even giving us the option of like, here's my opinion on the subject. No, it's you have to think this way or you're a piece of shit. And so everybody's going to other media sources like Philip DeFranco because that's pretty much where Phil will sit there and say, here's my opinion on the matter, but
What's
tell me
yours?
what you think.
Oh, and Larry Wilmore was the other guy.
That's right.
Thank you, Trippy Poop.
Yeah, I mean, the new media is another aspect that probably should be criticized a little bit more as well, because there's a couple people out there who are really popular, and I tend to roll my eyes at, like the Young Turks.
Oh, fuck him.
Oh, you mean the Buffalo?
Yeah.
Piece of shit. Of course.
Well, there's him. Although there were a few things that good came out of that, because now we have the Rubin report.
This is true.
But he left the Young Turks. He was part of the Young Turks, and he's like, yeah, no. He left.
Yeah.
He saw it coming a mile away. Another aspect I don't really care for, never really did, but he might be also leaving, was Secular Talk.
Mm-hmm.
He's also part of the Young Turks network. I don't. Rumor has it that things aren't going well over there at the TYT, and so there might be a shakeup, which will explain all the new faces if you ever watched any of the channels.
I used to watch them to find stuff to use, but then it got so boring. The last time I did anything on them was when Cenk Uygur was actually right about something, and that was a while ago, and that was when Eugene Cooney stuff was all over. That was the last time I ever saw him right.
I know that what's her name, Anna on the Young Turks. I mean, she'll never live. Anna Kasparian, yeah, she's never gonna live off of the "I'm literally better than you."
Oh God, I'm fucking better than you. Oh God, that night was priceless.
Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm fucking better than you. Why are our ratings going down?
Because you're a bitch.
Fucking cunt.
You're an unpleasant fucking bitch. That's why the ratings are going down.
That's a great example of there's a hot girl who I can't help but look at and see that she's ugly just because of her opinions and personality.
Oh God. Did anyone see her the night Trump got elected? It was fucking priceless.
Oh my God, the whole stream was
Are you
great.
talking about this face when she pressed her lips so hard? They look like they were gonna pop or they were gonna like crack.
Oh, it looked like her eyes were gonna pop out of her head. And you saw the best part of them on that night was at first hopeful. Then it was starting to sink in they might lose. Then it got worse. And then it got to the point of they were cursing out people who voted for Trump because it's like, oh God.
Yeah, Cenk at one point, when they finally realized Trump was gonna win, Cenk was like, "All right, that's it. I guess all you people have spoken, and you want a racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobe to be president. I guess is what you want." And then Anna went into her little spiel.
Oh yeah, women are fucking dumb if they voted for Trump. How could you turn against other women? Oh God, it was.
There was a election video, or someone put together an end of the video of every time the announcements would come in about which state and who voted for who, and watching the Young Turks guys just get more and more upset and crazy as the night was progressing. That was such a priceless video. It was so amazing to watch.
Did you guys notice how more and more uncomfortable the black guy got as it kept going? And he's like, "What are you guys saying? Oh God, what are you saying?"
Yeah. I guess all that Qatar money isn't going to buy them anything. Let's say this. I don't know. how their situation is. I think they're still getting that money from there.
Yeah. Well, that's where else they can get their money from.
Isn't there some issue about just the actual name of their show and how it it sort of disparages an actual genocide that took place.
The Armenian genocide.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one question, if you ever see them live or watch video of it, they will never answer because people will bring up to Anna because Anna's Armenian. How can you be on a show that's basically named after the people who killed your people?
Mhm. Yeah, you think that'd be a factor, but I don't know.
But it's Anna Kasparian. She's better than all of us, right, guys?
Oh yeah,
Better than
Yeah, that
us.
makes sense. Yeah. She is better.
Because so she doesn't have to adhere to your stupid rules. Because better than us.
Yeah.
I'm
That
trying
makes
to be a
sense.
little more enthusiastic with that joke, and it's just not working. I get more depressed the more I go with it.
You have to almost be like enraged to talk like Anna. Although I don't know, maybe she chilled later in the year, but who knows?
I think not Stephen Colbert, but I think Stephen Crowder does a really good job of impersonating her from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. Oh God, Crowder was probably one of the many people out there just enjoying the results of the election.
Oh yeah, if you saw Crowder's live stream on Crowder at one point when they started losing it, he started laughing. He's
I think,
oh.
considering how much they keep bitching about Trump, I imagine we still have plenty of salt to siphon through. I thought we might have like halfway, but nah, we only scraped the surface. And then after that whole Russia thing, turning out that nothing really.
Golden Showers Gate.
The Golden Shower.
Yes.
In Russia. I think someone needed to tell those people making up that little rumor that no, it's the Germans who have the piss porn. Okay, you're in the wrong country.
You know, there's like a bunch of Russians sitting in their fucking chairs watching shit like that, and they're just like, yes, it's only Germans who do the pee stuff. We don't pee on each other to stay warm. That's not what happens here.
Yeah, there's a whole section on Pornhub called German Goo Girls or something. It's all.
It's there.
It's there.
It exists. It exists. Much like a lot of things that
All right,
debatable.
Samaj, we don't want to hear about your scat porn. Calm down.
Mr. LM002 for $5. Think Tank is so much more cringy than Young Turks.
I've seen some clips from Think Tank. It's pretty bad, man.
Oh, that was a super chat. Oh.
Well, yeah, because Think Tank has that Hannah chick from TYT on it, and I don't think Hannah has more than 3 brain cells.
You're being very generous with 3.
Have you heard her the recent thing they came out with?
Yeah, that's a half a brain cell. What the fuck are you talking
Wait,
about?
The
who are you
recent
talking
thing
about?
Hannah something, she's on TYT. They just did a video talking about there's a new resort that's only for women that has no sexual tension, and they are going to basically vet people to make sure that no one's a lesbian, and they're going to make sure that women can be there and be amongst female energy and feel no sexual energy whatsoever.
Okay. I don't care. Do that if they want.
You realize that like men would never be allowed to do something like that.
No. But as a woman, I can say, fuck going on vacation with a bunch of women. No.
Well, you might just be allowed.
I don't want to be trapped on an island with women. No.
I had this weird.
There might be some women that want to.
I had this weird thought in my head that Ren and Little Miss Anonymous are actually tricked into going on a woman's only vacation. And like 2 weeks into, like, no, not even 2 weeks, 2 days into the vacation, like there's a report that these 2 big boobed women just slaughtered every chick on the island because they just fucking had enough of their shit.
We wouldn't want to, because the first conversation is, it wasn't intersectional enough. And that's when me and Miss Anon would look at each other and go, we're killing them. We're killing all of them.
Anon would have just like magically pulled out a fucking hacksaw, and everybody's just like, "Where'd you get that from?" I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Anon, why did you do this to all these women? How do you talk about shampoo and then transition to talking about your boyfriend? And that was it for me. I just started slitting throats.
No, because here's a rule: as women, we need at least one cute male bartender to hit on. That's how we keep from killing each other.
That's a thing.
Hey, good on. I see you bring up Toys R Us.
That's depressing. It was a very depressing looking picture there.
Well, there is a slight.
She's doing the same joke.
I don't want to grow up. It's not funny, guys.
There is a slight sliver of hope on the horizon. There's a toy company called I think it's B&G or B. I don't know. They're a toy manufacturer place, and they were involved with Toys R Us for for quite a long time. They are talking about buying, not all, but some of the locations. Most of the ones
they were involved with Toys R Us. They were involved with Toys R Us since 1979, I believe.
Yeah,
the company you're talking about. So we'll probably have some Toys R Us stores sticking around. It probably won't be run the exact same way. And that's awesome. And as long as they exist and I don't go to them, I still feel like the world's okay.
I think from what I heard, they're going to mostly buy the Canadian Toys R Us locations, not the American ones.
No, they'll be buying the American ones too. Some of them.
Yes, I don't know about that. But there is going to be more heavy emphasis on doing things online. So,
what do you want?
I don't know. We'll wait and see. I mean, it might happen. It might not. Toys R Us might still be around, but it might not necessarily be in America.
I got a Brockus right here. What is he doing?
Though, am I the only one who went during the 90s with that Toys R Us kid commercial was pissed off that half those toys weren't in the store? Like, wow. I want the ones from the commercial. Why don't you sell those?
Sort of. I mean, Toys R Us was never easy for me to get to when I was a kid. There weren't many of them.
I always wanted that giant teddy bear.
It was always too expensive for me as a kid. Like, it's just really highly priced.
Yeah, the ultimate dick move was give a kid a $10 gift card for Toys R Us and send him in the store and go, have fun.
The thing is that there were a lot of kids out there who didn't have money to buy a lot of toys, and now they're adults with income and disposable income, and even more so because most of them aren't having kids. But yeah, a lot of these adults are buying a lot of toys.
Adult toys.
Well, those two. But mostly, yeah, there's a lot of people out there buying toys, and that's a lot of adults, and they're the ones buying like action figures and stuff like. And
Dick gummies.
Anon's favorite candy.
And from Trippy Poop. This is funny because I actually experienced this myself too. Oh, Trippy Poop saw a woman with 4 kids in Spencer's yesterday. She went directly to the adult section. Then she turned around and dragged her kids out, saying, "It's not for kids. It's not for kids." Yeah. Spencer's and a couple other stores. It's known. No, not a kid's store.
We got a super chat.
I agree with
chat.
It's fun or not with the Canadian funny money, $2. Screw you, rich kids going to Toys R Us.
Oh,
I agree. Yeah.
You hear that fun or not? You made Samaj moan. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Such a dirty bitch.
I love how Bitching Witch continues in the fucking chat to perpetuate the exact same thing that you and Anon have been saying for a long time now. Most bi women will eventually settle on cock.
Yeah, it's true.
That's just hilarious.
I'd buy that, sure. Yeah, why not?
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I think eventually it just sort of makes sense.
Dude, I am bi, and I've been married to a guy for almost 12 years.
Yeah, so is Anon, except I don't think she's been married to Master Anon for 12 years. And then there's Thorn, who's also married to a dude, also confirmed bi. How many other women do we got? Oh yeah, there's a shoe on head, confirmed by about to marry fucking Armored Skeptic. Memory Holiday, confirmed by married to Jeff Holiday, who's also bi.
Well, no,
That
Memory
was funny.
settled on a girl.
Well, Jeff doesn't have his feminine hips anymore, but yeah, he might as well be a fucking chick.
He's one hell of a pussy.
That's the way it works out.
That works on 2 levels.
You end up getting so much shit from the lesbians for liking both that eventually you go with the guy because guys hear you're bi and go, awesome, that means threesome, right?
Yeah.
And then you go with the guy.
I usually, when I hear a girl is she's bi, I'm not immediately thinking threesome. I'm just immediately thinking, oh, so you know what I've had to deal with dating other women. That's great. Now you know my pain.
But again, why do you think I don't like the idea of being trapped on an island with women is like that is hell. That's not vacation. That's what did I do wrong?
I mean, there's got to be like a load of lesbians who'd be like, yeah, island of women.
Yeah, but those are the lesbians who are turned away at the door because there's supposed to be no sexual feelings anywhere on this island. So lesbians are automatically not invited.
Feelings.
I mean, okay, so here's a secret. Women are cunts.
That's why no one started dating men.
No way.
Like,
Is that
that's
why I'm
a
so attracted to
secret?
Brockus now?
Dude, a lot of people like they, you know, like if they don't understand that, like we can be super bitchy to each other with like these backhanded fucking compliments. Like
we haven't figured that out. Thanks, Cunt.
No, it's really a thing that surprises people. Like, I thought you guys were friends. Well, yeah.
Everyone knows that guys experience friendship in a much stronger way, in a much more genuine way. That's something guys do have. Hashtag not all.
I mean,
calm down, room.
I mean, I don't. If you're saying guys are all gay, like, all right, women have this tendency, bi or straight, it doesn't matter. We're more comfortable with sexually experimenting with one another. I can make words, I swear. But we're more comfortable sexually experimentally with one another because I don't know, it just doesn't matter, and we don't really care about the damn bitch anyway. Oh, we have a super chat. Let me interrupt myself.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Samaj, are you right? Is your body ready? Brockus, is your body ready?
Yeah, yes, it is. My body's ready.
All right, so $5, Mr. LM002. The question no one asked: would you screw Bigfoot? Chat, I'm asking you too.
No one cares.
No, I don't think I would screw Bigfoot.
I don't want to shave Sasquatch. Oh, come on. It's nothing you haven't seen before. Sasquatch is something I haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize that Sasquatch was a dude.
I don't know. I've seen pictures of some guys who are so hairy, it's like they might as well be Sasquatch or Bigfoot.
Did
they
someone
have
get
like
that super chat?
that wolf. Yeah, we took care of it.
No. Oh, good boy.
Oh, second one.
Yes.
Well, no. Okay. Well, that's my job. Damn it! Don't replace me.
Well, you were gone. You're fucking replaced.
And Bitchy Lips, you're exactly right.
Who's got chips?
Women are so horrible that we'll call a woman a cunt to her face, but then again, it gets even worse. We'll be really nice to someone, but then turn around and when we get with a different group of women, start shitting all over every life decision a woman's ever made. Because
you won't call a woman a cunt to her face for the most part. I mean, you could be different, Ren, but I'm talking about women in general. They don't do that shit.
There's ways of doing it without saying the word.
Yeah, men in general, they do that. Like if I think Brockus is being a fucking asshole, then I literally just tell him that, and then we scream at each other and fight, and then we get over it and we have makeup sex the next day. With women just like they don't do like Cunt. Oh, Cunt will not tell you that to your face. She will be the sweetest thing in the world, and then she'll turn around and sit down with me, and she'll just go on and on about like how terrible a person they are.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, holy
Brockus.
shit, you were just nice to them.
Brockus, like, it was so awesome hanging out with you. Like, you were so.
Cunt, stop it!
Every fucking time. She's got to get her fucking jab in. I swear.
Oh, come on. Women are worse, though, with men in their lives. We'll be really sweet with you and hold on to something you did wrong.
And
You'll
see, that's
hear about
another
it
thing.
a year later.
That's another thing that bothers me too. Is like the and again, hashtag not all. Not saying that you ladies are, because you ladies are, I think, who you say you are. But for like, there's those try hard women, and I'm just mentioning this because some stuff in the chat. There's some try hard women that they act like, I don't know. There's some weird obsession to be like, I'm like one of the guys. I'll call a woman a cunt to their face and this and that. No, you fucking won't. No, you fucking won't. You won't fucking do what a guy does. When we get really pissed off at someone and we just look right in their face and we're like, I hope you die in a fire, like real soon. I'm really fucking pissed at you. And women don't fucking, hashtag not all, women don't fucking do that shit. Like, and there's so many fucking, the most annoying kind of woman is the woman that pretends that they're not a woman, I guess, or that they have traits of a man when they really don't, and they don't need to. We don't care about that. We know how women are, and we're like, we expect that. We expect you to be manipulative and scary and fuck with us mentally. We prepare for that shit.
Dude,
We don't care.
But I think the main difference is like, you know, women won't all, not all women, but they won't do that to each other's faces because there is that whole societal thing, and sometimes like being around others can be really fucking draining, like mentally and emotionally. And you know, women are emotional creatures, we're mental creatures. Men are definitely a lot more physical, which is why I think it's easier for them to just be like, no, fuck it, like I don't want to, like, no, fuck you, like go fuck yourself. While with women, they're just like, no, I have to play this fucking game, like, and I have to know how to play this goddamn game. And we're pretty goddamn good at it because from a young age we start figuring out this shit. And a lot of women don't always understand how to do that either. And then they're automatically seen as, well, Jesus, like she's such a fucking bitch. She's such a stupid cunt. She's, you know, she's so pushy or bossy or rude or whatever. And it's just like, no, she's just not playing the game. So if you don't want women to play the game, don't get fucking mad when we call you out on your fucking shit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's a way of playing the game while not playing the game. It's a fun little trick when we learn to play head games with people.
It's a fucking trial and a half. And sometimes
Well,
like it's just
you're
so
really good at that.
exhausting.
You're really good at that because women overall obsess about and care about people, and men overall obsess about and care about things, ideas, concepts. And so you guys are equipped for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And a good man would just be prepared for that, just like a good woman would be prepared for a man being more obsessed with ideas and concepts and objects than people. You know, it's not our fault. It's just how we're equipped to. And I don't know. There's positives on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
There's positives and negatives on both sides, for sure.
I just hate the fucking cringy. And there's guys that do that shit too. Like there's the opposite. Like there's guys that'll like pretend that they have like certain feminine qualities that they don't possess at all. They're just being pussies at the end of the day. And it's like I hate the certain kind of women that come off like, I'm tough, I could burp with you too. Guys don't care. We're like, we don't care if you do that with, like, in fact, it's kind of a little annoying. Go be a woman, go do woman things, go torture us mentally later, let us drink now. Like, we don't care about that. We're like, you're one of the guys, yeah, it's nice, whatever.
Like, yeah, celebrate your difference, like your differences. Like it's okay that I'm a woman who will fucking play head games or mental games. for the societal means of just being able to be around people without them realizing, like, you fucking piss me off.
Shut up and go make me a sandwich.
No.
Sorry.
The Canadian grows the balls.
Oh my God, Smash. Go fuck
Get
yourself.
to it, Kadun.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Samaj asked. Wow. So
You know,
that's
he
it.
didn't ask. He demanded. There's a difference. So
He
shut
did.
the
He
fuck up.
demanded. So fucking do it.
Nope. Fuck you.
Wow.
No, you don't want the sandwich she'd make when being forced, because you don't know what she's putting in it.
That's true. That's true.
She
Yeah,
could
but
find
we
out
don't-
you're allergic to something and put it in the sandwich.
There we go. You just proved exactly what we've been talking about.
Don't ruin
Exactly.
sandwich.
That is a woman move. The man move is like, I just want this thing, so I'm asking for it. Do it. And then the
But-
woman move is like, I'm gonna take advantage of this.
That's why women are their main method of killing is poison.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a little less aggressive, more passive aggressive.
By the way, Brockus, do you want a sandwich?
Yeah.
Sandwich.
I would love a sandwich. Wait a second.
God damn it. Good.
I just realized.
I'm gonna murder you.
Oh my god. I like being alive.
Now you like being alive, Mister? I'm gonna go be sad.
I'm gonna go kill myself now because nobody likes me. Fucking all hate
Go,
me.
go, fucking go do it.
Go
Just,
do it. I don't care.
just fucking go and
Hurry
do
up.
it. Like,
Yes,
Jesus.
terrible friends.
You are a horrible husband.
Don't make a mess in my room.
You guys
Yeah.
are terrible friends, I swear to God.
Just go outside. I don't want to have to clean that shit up.
Yeah, just hurry up and fucking do it. Fucking
Yeah,
pussy.
just fucking. I don't want to have to waste my fucking arsenic on you.
This got really dark, but still, I'm
It
standing. in the
got really, really fucking dark.
Still, go do it. Like, this is like, we're like not even joking. We're just like, yeah, we're gonna wait. We'll wait for the gunshot.
Oh, well, I think that's about it, guys.
Well, we
Yeah.
What
need
do
to
you
start
think?
wrapping her up. I did want to share one last news article or a little bit of information. So I like to help out people every now and then, give a little art tips. You know, I've helped the odd person out from time to time. But every now and then, people I help will teach me something. And I learned something today that is a skill that I think I'll cherish forever. Hopefully not that long of a forever. I'm, of course, talking about the newly acquired cooking skills I've acquired from Opalescence.
I saw this.
Jesus
And I couldn't
Christ.
stop laughing when I saw it because I was like, God damn it, Samaj, you become Opal.
Were they still
maybe-
edible?
How did you fail at hard-boiled eggs?
Eat them.
I put them on and then I forgot I did it. And it wasn't until
Aw.
I heard the exploding sounds did I realize that I done fucked up. I done fucked up.
You didn't just fuck up, you fucked up multiple times.
All
I
right.
did.
Well, good job, Samaj, for learning how to cook from Opal.
Yeah, that was a really good thing of you.
I thought you were the one. I thought you were the one who was supposed to be teaching her shit.
I do art, not cooking. That's a woman's job.
Samaj, Samaj, it's been what, like 20 years now? You need to just learn how to fucking fend for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm still alive, aren't I?
He's still kicking.
Thank God for fast food
apparently,
restaurants.
After seeing those eggs of mine.
All right, now that everyone's seen the horridness that is Samaj's cooking.
Very true. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has actually been a CNN episode on the Cunt stream, Cunt News Network. Tonight we had Reading Ren, Samaj, Zelblastia, and Kadunk the Sock.
I was drunk. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Kadunk came in halfway and was
Fuck off.
very drunk. Take it easy, cunts, and we will see you tomorrow for Love Your Monday, where me and Zell are going to have Ian Miles Chong, or should have Ian Miles Chong.
Yeah,
on
we
the
have
show.
it confirmed. It'll be in Miles Chong. We'll have a little chinky. This is a chinky episode.
Oh, fantastic. The original Asian Andy.
Yeah, we'll get him to vape. We'll get him to vape and throw up again, little fucker.
Fuck yeah. Let's send the link to the watch link to fucking Roy so he can actually watch him puke again.
So pop on by, guys, for tomorrow's Love Your Mondays. and Brockus is quitting. It's his last show tomorrow.
And I'm
Oh,
taking
we'll
over for
introduce-
Brockus.
and we'll have Cunt take over for Brockus. It's gonna be a good time.
None of that is true. None
It's
of that
gonna
is
be a good
accurate.
time.
None
All
of
right,
it is
bye,
true.
everybody. Love you.
Take it easy, cunts. We will see you tomorrow night.